on the Azir, and as you highlighted, something that he is very comfortable on when you look back at his very storied career. But, I mean, I guess you could argue single target damage in the sense of they want to lock down the Ezreal, they want to lock down the Ahri, they want to execute them as quickly as possible to reset the tag, or the Cocoon has been locked in. Here we go.
Carlson still at level 1. He's got the Pathmaker to make himself immune for a second or two to that CC, but he'll still just burn down. First blood donated to Upset.
Now Heretics looking to do the same on the other side of the map.
Okay, looking to make that one happen. Flash away from Oscar trying to buy some time. Does his best to Drake count step, but just about surviving for now. Fnatic to getting away with it. Teleport back, and we're going again. Oh no, he's still level 1, Carlson. Cocoon goes wide, and I think Fnatic are going to breathe for a second. Another chunk comes on through with the Acathnian Rain. There's the level 2, gets hit by the Vault Breaker. How aggressive do Fnatic want to play? They're still getting incidental damage down a half. Carlson needs to be wary. Cooldown's coming off for Fnatic. Pathmaker used, big damage onto Mickey, but he'll just repel to drop the aggro, but drops right in front of Carlson. They're going to leave it alone for now, and Carlson doesn't die a second time.
The good news for Carlson is he's able to soak up a lot of the XP with the minions dying around him. But crucial,
And then he does that.
He's at risk of losing some farm on the bot side of the map, but he's going to make that sacrifice to secure the first objective of the game for his team.
Spider has to be careful of the bug-catching squad. He's just sat on a ward. That means the Zenith Blade just wide.
That's no flash.
Turn around, the Cocoon lands. They're going to try and make the punish happen. How dare you? Bush bait against Fnatic of all teams.
Small misplay there from Stend, with which Fnatic is quick to punish, and all in the bot lane.
Goes all out, does Carlson, looking to try and capitalize on the slightly swifter level 6. Won't get much more than a HP trade, though.
Oscar relatively low, but the moment that all out disappears, Oscar really can look for another all-in of his own. They know that the jungler's
one of those very, very top teams here, and so far so good in game 1 of the playoffs. Carlson going to get shuffled away, as I think Fnatic showing exactly why they're so dangerous. The coordination is going to leave their top laner. Picking up a kill is Razork. Nice.
But Fnatic don't really seem to care all that much.
Heretics might, though. The Solar Flare lands, and it's onto the very squishy Razork right now, who goes down. That is a shutdown as well, picked up by Kimulu's Ahri. Fnatic's Mickey in danger. Had to flash away. Show still with the Cyclone running. Gets another bop. Carlson came teleporting in to try and get someone
from Oscar, but he knew that his team was on the top side of the map to save him should things go south. Oscar no TP, of course. Humanoid may very well TP to the bot lane. We'll see if they look for a play onto Carlson.
Here we go. There goes Humanoid trying to get the catch. The first turret of the game. Kimulu is going to have Sheo supporting him, trying to shove up here against this tier 1. But I think Oscar should be okay to clear this one up. But here comes the rest of the squad. Solar Flare landing, and Besser is down for the count. Flacker picks it up with the assistance on
the tower that they did secure earlier. Heretics going to be forced to reset, go back to base, pick up some crucial items, but another tower falls in favor of Fnatic. You can see it's handled, or are we willing to concede it? I think that with double Trinity Force on the side of Heretics, oh, they're going.
Gonna try and blow up the Spider. They do pick off Mickey. Nice moment. Camilo still with 2 charges after the ultimate, just wide with the charm. Turn around to Carlson, but that is a Cassandre. Not the easiest target. Nonetheless, Fnatic continue, and I stand straight corrected. He is dead to rights.
That is the Vi and Besser combo that we've seen work so effectively here in the LEC. They shut down Carlson.
Here we go. Goes jumping on in, and a nice little combo as Oscar in and follows up to allow another kill to go over to Fnatic.
A promising pick comes through from Heretics initially, but then they flounder. They're too separated. Fnatic find 2.
Carlson not enjoying that in the slightest. Nearly 2,000 gold up individually. That's pretty scary. On the other side, Flash! Vault Breaker into an Emperor's Divide. It divides Kimulu from all of his health points.
Razork, oh, hang on.
We're still going. Carlson nearly going down, trying to spend as much time as he can. Flash on the other side, and the turret disengaged from Oscar in, dodging away. Not even with the Drakehound step, just straight up footwork. Needs to get to the other side of this turret, though. Drakehound stepping as far as he can and gets out from a very deep dive.
That's the scary thing about Cassandre. He looks like he's low HP, but the moment he throws that ultimate out, he can turn the tides of any skirmish. Oscar now even lower on HP. Carlson looking for a play. He's not going to find it. He's not going to find it. Top tower in the meanwhile did fall. Fnatic securing themselves their 3rd tower of the game, while Heretics yet to find one of their own. Sheo
looking for it. Oscar in though is still pretty damn mobile on this Ambessa. Gonna try and keep running away as fast as he can. There's a smite and Nimbus strike, but it's not going to lead to anything else.
The problem is that's a lot of time now spent for Sheo, and the collapse is very quickly coming through from Fnatic.
Here comes the Fnatic Goon squad looking to jump on his. Stend is there. Sheo, though, clones away for a moment, but I think that's just going to allow a killer instinct from Upset, who might think about flashing after this. Don't want to do that. Razuk will instead just queue on forwards with a smite. Upset gets the shutdown.
They didn't want to waste any time. Fnatic only continues to ramp up.
Possibly been kind by saying slipping. I think it has just straight up slipped. Camillu now in danger as Oscarinin lands the public execution. 6,500 gold behind. Atakan is falling as we speak, and Team Heretics can't even cross map because the Ambassador lands an ult.
Ooh, Camillu.
No, pushes for it! He is taking no prisoners.
He can get another one.
He's got a withdrawal level. He can go as deep as he likes. 5 levels up on Stend. Instead, they'll just turn back towards the dragon. Oscarinin. That's just not nice, mate.
I mean, it was the first pick and Bessa, and he has made it work. Surviving the tower dive at level 1, coordinating with Razuk to find the picks in the team fight, and now finding a solo kill in the side lane. His impact has truly been felt in this game.
And what a glow up from this player over the last couple of years. I remember when he first joined, and people were like, is this really going to be the Fnatic top laner? How
Very
could
much
he...
feels like the Oscar-Razor combo in terms of their setup and playmaking.
Fnatic with the withdrawals available are going to use them to dive very deep indeed. Flakked is annihilated. All out onto Upset, who just does not care. Another kill secured. Tier 2 under siege. Razor will claim that one. All the while, of course, Humanoid is shoving into the Tier 3. Fnatic unrelenting in this game 1.
The coordination just feels like it's on another level. Fnatic is executing to perfection. They're going to secure 2 inhibitors just like that. The Baron isn't even up yet. And they're setting their sights on the Nexus.
Team Heretics, you still got to deal with all of the withdrawals. Fnatic can go hell to leather here, die and be just fine about it.
Fnatic come very close to a championship throughout the entirety of last year. And, oh,
nice angle on in. Camillu's going to ult away. Oscarinin lands another ult. Sheo trading out with Razor, but that's a Cyclone down, and in goes Humanoid with a slight glide and divide, and in comes a killer instinct from Upset, who helps the rest of the team clean stuff up. It's Mickey who claims the kill on the Ahri. The Fox loses to the Spider. Another Cocoon. Upset on a killing spree. And Flakked and Stend, Heretics bot lane, have got an insane job, an impossible job to do, defending the Nexus against the full might of Fnatic. This game is over. Fnatic are taking no prisoners. They execute Heretics. 24.5 minutes in. Game 1 of playoffs is Fnatic's, and it wasn't close.
A very clean game from Fnatic, start to finish. The way they executed the lane swap. I'm hoping we get the standard lanes as the Smolder is going to be the final answer. We saw this a lot at last year's Worlds, sometimes as an answer into the Yone.
You can really mess up the Yone level 1 to 3. He doesn't really get to attack you until he gets a few of those.
Sheo knows my bot lane has prio. I have the agency to move into your side of the jungle, and I can now get some revenge for those early camps that you stole.
Zyra notoriously fast carrying, and Mickey X and Upset, they were the ones interrupting backs last time. This time, they actually still going to try and turn on to Stend, who's low and goes down! Oh, it was looking so good. The priority was there, Sheo was there, and it just doesn't matter. Welcome to the Bounty Castle, Stend. Enjoy your stay in the grave.
Matchup. He's had the ability to get that 1v1 that we were concerned he wouldn't get, but he's found a small advantage with the early armor. Ooh.
Humanoid does not have flash. If that Q lands, doesn't. Flash for the grasping roots doesn't land, and now Razork's around. They can look to bait it. There's the twisted advance. Camillu forced back towards the plants. Is Humanoid though burning out. Sheo, that's a deadly garden. Nightshade to be found as now Razork in danger. Get hit by another grasping root. Camillu using the Raptors to try and escape is very, very low. 58 odd HP. Mickey won't find him, and now he's a bit deep. That's a level 6 Zyra still going to try and fight this Yone. What is going on, Mickey?
He has Ignite. I think he's trying to ignite it.
Fight Seal comes on through, the shield comes in, and Team Heretics.
I'll admit, the CS being even, not the best position for the Yasuo, but you know that Yasuo's going to continue to scale.
Stranglethorns, I think Humanoid's in danger. The heal from Mom is not enough, and another kill comes over. This one to the Yone. Chains of Corruption land in the bot side, though. Stend not level 6 yet. Mickey X and Upset continue to trade on forward. The last order would do it. Flash for it secures. And Flakked has to Valkyrie away. And 21 guns. Desperately want to fight for this second, because 6 scrubs on a Yasuo Yone. Yes, please, say Heretics. And they're going to start this one up. Razork's around. Has got his ultimate available, but Team Heretics have rotated everyone here to start them up.
The Leandrides on Sheo, I think, is too much of a deterrent. This Zyra is way too strong at this point in the game. Maokai is a full level behind that of Sheo right now. And securing those kills has just been instrumental for Heretics' early game advantage. They will get the 6 scrubs, they will concede the first dragon of the game, but I think Heretics is fine with that position considering they are 1 objective away from that second feature strike.
And considering Show was invaded, lost the smite fight on the Raptors, he then burned all the flash.
Forced to go back to base. Upset is stuck in mid, catching the wave that Flackid is able to push very quickly, and now they're looking for another fight.
Razork goes back in, gets a double Bramble Smash. Mickey X tries to get the Magstorm, gets it onto both of the jungle and AD carries. Flackid gets out, but Sheo, the man with the gold lead, goes down. Sten gets a double knockup, but they've lost 3. Camilla's trying to trade out, but there's just too many Fnatic members. And Fnatic with pressure in bot lane are likely going to want to try and hold on to command of this river. Stend goes forward, but there's the ult from the Maokai. Turnaround though, into the face, sealed. Immediately removes Razork. Mickey gonna have to flash on out.
Especially against these squishy targets. If you don't have him, then your ability to trade back is gonna be difficult. And Stend is someone that still has that ultimate available, a strong front line. Oscar gonna secure that top tower. And it's going to disengage from the skirmish.
Yes, they don't want to. They were looking to try and get a shove mid. Again, with the 6 scrubs, you can do quite a lot of damage to a turret if you're given half a wave to work with. And Flackid gets an auto too. Upset though, has to change the corruption. Flackid ready for it. Valkyrie's away. And now there's a bit of a bait being set up by Heretics. Sten and Carlson combine. And Mickey X is off his high horse.
A very nice pick onto Mickey. He didn't respect the fact that that side of the map did not belong to Fnatic. Utilizing the fog of war, they were able to attack from over the wall. They catch him out. Fans trying to keep his morale high, but it will open up this mid-tier 1. And Heretics will take the lead in turrets. Did cost Oscar his flash, so the potential flash Gnar play in later team fights is something that Heretics don't have to be afraid of. Oh, hang on a minute.
Nice last breath combo, gets a huge shot, got a humanoid, but flashes over the wall. Now Stend, at least with the ultimate running, is relatively tanky. Carlson, though, certainly is not. And Fnatic punish that attempted pick. Carlson running away as Oscar Rinne nearly a mega. Runs down the Yasuo, flash over the wall from Flackid. Oscar Rinne got a blast cone. Doesn't have the flash, but a flash and show to get away from Mickey X is not enough. Shattering Strike, Magnet Storm, the hail of arrows, and the plant is swiftly snipped. There will be no smite. There's nothing really to claim aside from Atakan, though. Are Fnatic feeling confident enough with the members dead to think about it? Looks like they are.
Definitely should. Heretics just with another crucial blunder. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse as, the top lane.
Camillu claims the tier 2. All the while, though, Fnatic have sent 2 members to try and punish. The Fate Seal went wide, though. So Upset goes on a rampage.
He's got a face check into Flackhead.
Oh, Flackhead punishes just so well. There's a barrier, there's a flash that is not going to be burned. And Flackhead picks up 1 at least. Sten's now over here. And Fnatic have been pretty slow to take this. Carlson's around. They can't finish Atakan. Razork at 20% HP has to be wary. Carlson, last breath into the backline. Onto Humanoid of all people. Twisted advance. And then a wind wall. Sorry, a tornado to claim the kill. They'll keep on playing that. Atakan! Taken by Razork! Even though the Heretics are winning the fight, they don't finish the objective. They don't have the smite. Mickey looking to reset. Going to try and recall, will likely lose his withdrawal. Carlson picks up the 200 gold.
I mean, Carlson is pretty clean with the Yasuo.
To make it work, they've got the easier teamfight comp. Herald dropped in the gap there towards the river. Fnatic had that one timing out. Dragon started by Fnatic, and Team Heretics say, look, we just don't want this fight. Herald's coming. We're backing away from this. There's Mickey X driving away. Okay, Herald was used and just goes into a wall.
I definitely think that we've seen greater value heralds before.
Maybe 1 or 2.
But that's okay. These things happen. You'll notice the poke that comes through from Fnatic can be quite difficult to deal with. I would argue that walking into Zyra is always a challenging thing to deal with. However, because you have Upset on the Varus with going for the lethality build, against these squishy targets, that poke is going to stick. And when you pair that up with the Smolder as well, who's going to chip away at you every time he gets just within range to either sneeze on you or hit you with his Q, now Razork's ultimate comes down to zone them away from the tower.
Nature's Grasp comes down, Sten will press ult though, and then go on to Oscar Rinne. The knockup will come on through from the Stranglethorns, and they'll just get that withdrawal and hold the turret.
I will say a bit of poor coordination there. Upset's ultimate came out a little bit late. It looked like he didn't want to commit it onto Sten because he knew that he still had the ultimate. But then once Sten committed the ultimate then went wide from Upset. So the chain CC didn't quite land. Carlson now overextended.
Humanoid's coming undone. Razork's there as well. Sneeze comes on through. That'll pop the passive on the Yasuo, who will begin to sweeping blade his way through the wave. Windwall comes on down, making Humanoid's life a little trickier, but the execute's now coming through because the stacks are in. Nice knock-up. We'll get another passive, but I don't think even that amount of flow will keep Humanoid just by the ultimate. And now with 3 members down here, I don't think Camilla's got anything to do. He doesn't have the ult to try and outplay in the fight. Will likely just fall. 20 seconds until Baron as well. They want to make sure he's off the board.
That this crowd control has a lot more value. And you can see only Sten sitting on the Merc treads, which means that when the CC lands...
Oh boy, and he's nearly at the execute threshold, about to get hit by another one of those spooky cat things that this version of Maokai throws out. Sten just about alive, but that will mean there's tier 2, so that's the plan. He's saying, look, we'll have the rest of our members go there. We've got enough control that our mid laner can just auto-attack, drag him down. That gets them to soul point, and attack speed and ability haste when you're looking at a poke comp, when you're looking at Smolder and Varus who love to cast more abilities, feels pretty good this game. Sheo lands the grasping roots, but doesn't really lead to all that much. The problem now is, of course, Sten can look for an angle. In goes Razork. There's the Strangle Thorn to try and buy a bit of space, but Razork flashes away. Magnus Storm back on in onto Sten and Sheo, and that likely means the Zyra is going to be put down to sides, but Razork also in danger. Sap magic healing is ridiculous. Oscar Rinnin flashing away as Flakkid tries to trade onto him. Carlson flashed on, trying to be kept alive, flashes forward onto Humanoid! And Humanoid gets the kill.
A scattered fight across the board where Heretics had the opportunity to find a number of skirmishes where they were very close to being able to find those picks, but they just couldn't quite secure any of them. Upset now sets his sights onto Flakkid.
Wants this kill, gets the Q just short though, and Flakkid, I think,
he's chasing for this.
He really wants it, even with the Hail of Arrows. He's got enough for slow Q, go on. 1 arrow, 1 kill!
And that's a shutdown. Upset makes his scoreline 8-1-5. 13 of the team's 15 kills. Awesome. Fnatic, with that stronger team fight composition, have been able to punish time and time again, and now they find themselves in this position. Oscar about to take over.
And the vision control that they fought so hard of early on in the game is now completely gone. Their map is very, very dark right now. Look to do it all over again, and with the Hex Gates, Razork's like, hello! And the rest of Fnatic as well, they're just coming straight on in, they want a brawl. Carlson caught out, crashed down on with the Ferromancy. He's got a shield that means absolutely nothing. An Upset
was the sole survivor of tier 2 towers. They don't care about the mid wave for now. Instead, knowing that they have the numbers advantage, have set their sights on the base of Heretics.
Those numbers look nice for Sheo, and they were for a period of the game. Don't look so nice when you look at mid and bot though. The poke has definitely been landing, and the base now broken into. Team Heretics, what on earth do you do to stall this Fnatic juggernaut at this point? Oscar Rinnin.
Unfortunately, a few mis-executions. Oh, Fnatic once again.
They've gone through the Hex Gates. They're going to try and jump on Oscar Rinnin. Did get knocked up, but they didn't really follow it up with too much. Another decent knock-up. Oscar Rinnin low. Stend going to be chunked. Will try and go into the backline. Again, no follow-up. Mom comes flying across the red buff pit, and they lose the Alistair, who is turned into a medium rare state, courtesy of the rest of Fnatic. Razork looking to get on forward. Camilo gets over the wall, but that means there is surely no way that Team Heretics can contest the Hex Soul coming up.
HP bars are a little low on the side of Fnatic. Oscar Rinnin likely going to go back to base and then has the TP to rejoin the group. As you rightly said, the Soul going to be secured by Humanoid. They know they have the numbers advantage, but I don't think they have much of a wave to play through on bot. So instead, they're going to move back into Heretics jungle, steal away what they can, pick up what gold they can to try and finish things off, and maybe they'll wait for the Baron spawning in about 2 minutes' time. But this definitely feels like we're approaching this mid lane tower. Oh, Root comes through onto Mickey.
Good chunk. Again, you've still got 3 items on a Yone, 3 items on a Yasuo. You've got some damage there. The problem is, Fnatic have got some too, and it's just easier to get onto key members with the range. They turn around, Sten goes on, but it's not onto target. They want to ult with the last breath, and Sten has to back away.
Oh.
Gonna get executed. Humanoid and the Upset bring down the house. Camilo and Flakkid desperately running away. A cleanse will not save you. Little Corky, a triple to Upset. A flash for Mickey, who does die to the tower, but that is surely the end of this game. Fnatic will make it 2-0. They will be moving on in the playoffs. A win to their name.
An absolutely ruthless Varus ultimate from Upset sends an arrow straight into the heart of Heretics and will send them to the lower brackets.
Game 1 was clean. Game 2, Fnatic had to fight back a little more,
And welcome back. I wish I could tell you it was close. I wish I could tell you it was back and forth. It was not. Fnatic dominating the first game versus Team Heretics. Just about from start to finish, pretty clean. Some oopsies here or there, but overall super dominant game for Fnatic.
And I mean, if you weren't a Fnatic believer, you probably should be by now, because clearly being in a Heretic is not working.
Even though Heretics did a lot of good things, I feel like they have fixed their draft, and honestly, it was okay. Fnatic just had it in the bag, and I think it all started with the list pick. And I would like to show this this little tower dive because it set up the tone for Fnatic's very strong early game. Because now we see ourselves in a split map situation where both top laners are getting dove. But the main difference here is that right now Razork is here extremely early, and what you're gonna see later on is that Ambessa will be getting level 2, but right now, this KazaLoLLCShighlights doesn't really have the option to get level 2 because there's just too many minions up. Like, as you can see, there's 4 minions. He's not going to get level 2. And even though it's not really the cleanest of dives, at least just makes it free kill because you can just do this, you tank, she's going to over tank this tower shot. Right now, this tower shot will probably kill her, but right now it's just bam, clean. And right now, on the side of Fnatic, Oscar, as you can see, right now he's buying a lot of time. The main mistake is that Wukong right now is not going for this dive. He needs to start the dive right now because this minion and this minion, once these 2 minions die, Ambessa is getting level 2. And Oscar plays this wonderfully. Right now he's buying a lot of time. Flash is very early right now just to buy time for this minion to die. And right now he's going to clip this minion with W, get level 2, and this is the main reason why this tower dive just fails. Because now Ambessa is level 2 and she just pulled off an escape.
This is infuriating when it's so close like this. And I feel like this has been the story for Team Heretics in a lot of instances. It's like clear that they have the right idea in some of these moments, but it's the little things. It's that 1 minion, those 2 minions, you know, maybe some of the plays around mid lane. It's like they kill Mickey, but then they aren't quite sure if they can go for more. So what needs to change? I mean, I think that's the big question for me. Fnatic clearly dominant, clearly improving. What needs to change for Team Heretics?
I think that Team Heretics needs to be a little bit more cleaner because I saw a couple of moments of hesitation where they're all in the right position, but they're not really sure on what to do. It feels like this is the kind of growing pain from teams where they're in the position where they're like, hey, at least let's be together. And if we're together, then we can find a good place. But right now, given the fact that they're facing Fnatic, and Fnatic showed a lot of discipline and restraint this game, they need to level up a little bit more throughout this series.
And Jack, I think on the side of Fnatic, how happy should Fnatic, you're like, Fnatic fans should be happy, but why? Why should they be happy? If it was so simple, if it was so easy for them, like, what should they be excited about? What have we seen that's better?
I think this new Fnatic just feels really fresh. I feel like they're way more decisive while also being disciplined at the same time. I think last year's Fnatic, we saw a Fnatic that had incredibly dominant early games, Razork smurfing the map, but then they always wanted a little bit too much. They always went a bit too aggro, and then they threw their lead, and you know, the infamous G2 games. And I feel like this iteration of Fnatic, they understand that they don't need to win the game on every single play. They can just get ahead, build that lead slowly and surely, and then stomp the rest of the competition.
And for me, what was really impressive from Fnatic was the fact that they're building their leads off of tempo. They're using tempo so well. They don't get into positions where they need to kill. The fact that they're dragging Team Heretics all across the map and gaining goal leads just from Team Heretics dropping minion waves. But at the same time, they're getting one of the fastest games of the split, just closing the game out in like 20-something minutes, having 10K goal lead at minute 18. They're walking at the knife's edge over here, and it's really impressive to watch because this is the Fnatic that would usually always fumble these leads.
And I hope they can keep it up and keep that momentum going. But I think the question for Team Heretics as we enter game 2 is like, what do you change? A lot of these champions, they can't pick again, right? There's no more Ambessa Vi, point and click murder. Bingo right now, I'm not doing hot. I got 2 champions. I got Elise, I got Ahri. How are you guys doing?
4.
You got 4 already?
Yeah, I got Kai'Sa, Elise, Wukong, Ahri. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of suck, so let's just leave it at that. You know?
We got the same 2 champions.
It doesn't look great, but I'm not really sure because at the same time, Team Heretics did do all the adjustments that I would have liked them to see from them. They picked these kind of standard champions, standard 5v5 champions. They just need to go together and execute. It's more about gameplay right now.
I didn't really like their draft, to be honest. I feel like they gave Fnatic what we've seen them been so good at. I remember Fnatic's game against K-Corp, where Razork on Vi, and they also had a very similar dive comp, and they stomped K-Corp, and they made it look easy, you know? And for me, Heretics giving that comp to them, where they've already shown so much success. Of course, they've shown success on other comps as well.
I mean, I'm not saying that what they gave to Fnatic was good, because I think it was obviously bad. But I just said that 5 champions that they ended up playing this game is probably the most Heretics team draft that you can Heretics draft that you can get.
What does top lane look like? That's my question. Because Carlson and Oscar are playing the 2 kind of poster children for broken top laners. Now you need to step away from the K'Sante and Ambessas of the world. I expect that we could still see lane swaps but what does top lane pool look like, Odo? Like, what are you reaching for at this point?
There's still champions like Jace. There's still Renekton's coming through. You still kind of want these big, beefy boys that are probably not. Okay, don't laugh. Don't look at me like that.
No, I'm laughing because I really was like, I was hoping for spice, and then because I just forgot those champions existed.
Top lane has no spice. You just need to sit there and tank it. You need to tank the dive, not die. Realistically, I don't think it's about top lane in this series. It's still gonna be about jungle and support having impact in the game. Razork has been playing exceptional. I think top lane is still kind of like a fill role right now. Most of the power that we're gonna be seeing, I still think comes in the jungle because right now, even though he's fearless, I don't think you see a lot of game-breaking diversity in the top lane.
To be fair, though, Oscar in that game, he was putting a ton of pressure on, nearly solo diving. I think, of course, a lot of that lead came from the swap, so it's kind of like artificial. But the top lane champions themselves are pretty damn strong.
Okay,
they are.
Now, okay, guys, I get it.
Wait, hold on. You don't have to defend yourself. It's okay. We're going to go into the next game. I know. It feels bad. Everyone's summarizing top lane as Mbessa, K'Sante, 5-head.
Yeah, we're not getting them anymore, guys. Chill out.
Anyway, Team Heretics have chosen blue side, and we'll have to see if they can steal a win away from Fnatic, or can they even get one more and make the upset happen. For now, we're heading on to game 2. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.